Welcome to this week's G.I. Joe toy review, the second G.I. Joe Monsters Month character, which we will be doing on Crystal Ball, the Cobra Hypnotist. But before we get to Fitz and Fango, uh, let's do our shout outs of the week, starting at Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Back to the Media, where you can get all, and I do mean all, of your video game needs. And you get the Atari all the way up to current systems and games for each console. You can also get handheld games. You know, you can even go in there and play ping pong. I mean, not ping pong, but you go in there and play um, arcade games. And so go ahead and check them out. You can get DVDs, CDs, and DVDs and more from there. But after you leave there, if you're looking for toys and collectibles, you can go to 115 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles. And you can go ahead and get all kinds of G.I. Joe and Transformers and He-Man and Thundercats and She-Ra and wrestling figures. So go ahead and check them out. Unfortunately, I got Crystal Ball off of eBay because this is a FSS figure, which is FSS is Figure Subscription Service, for those who are not familiar with terminology. So, but yeah, this is a cool looking figure, but we'll get to him here in a minute. But if you need comic books, you can go to 80 Weems Lane, which is the home of Four Color Fantasies, where you can get all your IDW, Marvel, DC comics, featuring such titles as G.I. Joe, Transformers, Superman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Batman, so on and so forth. Deadpool, I'll get all kinds of titles. So definitely check them out. But if you're hungry and you need some Jamaican food, go ahead and go check out Tropical Islands on Piccadilly Street, right across the street from the Hanley Library, where you can get all your Jamaican food and get some good Jamaican food and get some good conversation with Lloyd and his wonderful staff. So definitely check them out. And after you leave Lloyd's spot, you can go and check out either Bank of Clark or United Bank to get all your banking needs met. So definitely I would suggest checking them out. So it'll be a good venture for you to go and get some good Jamaican food. Or get some good banks in after you get your Jamaican food. Or before you get your Jamaican food, depending on what you need to get done first. But if you got a tree stump you need removed, a tree trimmed, or a tree removed in general, go ahead and get a hold of Mixed Tree Service. You know, he'll make sure he'll get the job done right for you, so go ahead and check him out. And after you leave or get done with your tree stuff, you could go ahead and go to either State Farm or Farmers to get all your car insurance met. It might be better if you get it before you get a hold of Mix, just in case if that pesky tree does any falling or loses any limbs or anything. So you might want to get insured before that. But you can go ahead and get all your car insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance from either State Farm or Farmers. They're both of them good companies to go with, so go ahead and check them out. And after you get your insurance and you need gas for your newly insured vehicle, go to Sheets. You know, get some gas from there, as well as some made to order food and snacks, so you can get your belly full as well as you can get your gas tank full. You know, and your wallet will love it. Why the Sheets not? And after that's all settled, to let you know that Cobra Island is a proud supporter of mental health awareness. So when you get that done, you can go and check. If you need some therapy, you can go to Healing Grace Counseling Services if you're here in Winchester, and go to Healing Grace Counseling Services and see Robert C. Brown. So definitely check him out. And he's at 133 West Boscawen Street, Suite number 10, which is on the second floor of the Capricorn Building. So definitely go ahead and check him out. But if you want you're not into what Rob's got going on, you go see National Counseling Group, and they can get a hold for you. But if you're in the Front Royal Winchester area and you need some psychiatry work, go to Northwestern Community Services. Check them out. They got good service, good people, good groups to get along with. So go ahead and check them out. But if you're not in the Winchester area, get to your closest psychiatry building. You know, it'll be well worth the trip. And after you get that done, you know, but you still need somebody to talk to. You can text 741-741 and you can text somebody with them if that's texting is what you're into. But if you need to hear a human voice, call 988. You know, go ahead and get somebody to talk to. But if it's a dire emergency, go to your closest emergency room. You are special and you're needed. So let's go ahead and take a look at Crystal Ball. So here's the file card for Vincent Van Gogh. As you see, Cobra Hypnotist, codename Crystal Ball. Picture of Vincent Price with the Cobra logo right there. Let you know he is a part of Cobra. File name unknown. Primary military specialty is hypnotist. Secondary military specialty is interrogation. Birthplace unknown. Which, when we read in the text, it may discover where he's from. But you get to pick. It says, born of a Romanian father who supposedly had second sight and an American mother from Bangor, Maine. Could we be Romania or Bangor, Maine? Crystal Ball actually was the seventh son of a seventh son. And such men, the gypsies of old believed was possessed of supernatural powers. They may or may not be true, but he can sometimes read minds, making him a unique addition to the Cobra hierarchy, especially as an interrogator for any captured G.I. Joe team members. Crystal Ball has spent decades perfecting hypnosis and mind control techniques. He constructed a trace-inducing hypnoshield which contains a reflected light pulse modulator that assists him with unlocking post-hypnotic commands to activate his mind-controlled subjects. With his verbal commands, they unknowingly perform tasks assigned to them by Cobra Commander for the benefit of his evil organization. Quote at the bottom, which is from Frankenstein. When I'm around, you don't just have to watch what you're saying, you have to watch what you're thinking. Interesting file card on our boy here, on our boy here, Count Dracula. You know, so let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories. Figure stand, upraised Cobra logo, crystal ball on the front. And he's got his little knife, which the paint on the handle has been wearing off on mine. But it's still cool. He has this little revolver right here. And his hypno shield, as you can see, the colors are right there. I don't think the hypnotist thing would work though. So here's our boy there, Jason Voorhees. You know, as you can tell, he's got his Vincent Van Gogh head looking sculpt. And his head does wiggly waggly, can rotate, full 360. His arm can lift to about here. He can rotate all the way around. Bend at the elbow. Rotate at the elbow. He can swivel at the wrist. Try to get where it's not blurry. As you can see with the cut right there, he could do the ab crunch feature, but I don't think his vest is letting him do it. He could do the splits about so far. Leg can lift up to here. His knee has a single bend. His leg can kick out to about here. and he can rotate all the way around. So let's go ahead and take a look at his art, his sculpting and his paintwork. Like I said, he's got the Vincent Price look in his face, and he's got this fur-lined collar on this brown, very short sleeve jacket looking vest looking thingy, and he's got his little necklaces, if I can get it focused, like a tooth necklace and whatever that's supposed to be. Faded looking jeans. He looks like he's supposed to have boots that go all the way up, but they either didn't paint it or they're not supposed to be boots that high, but his boots are unevenly matched on each side with the paint app. So that might be a paint defunct or just a design flaw for our boy, Michael Myers. So let's go ahead and take a look at him all geared up. So here's Ghostface all geared up and ready to go to battle. You know, he's got his hypno shield on his wrist, his gun in his hand, his knife in his other hand. I mean, you got stories on him for the weapons. You know, like the gun holster right there, the sleeve right there in the back. But it's your toy, so it's your toy. You display him however you wish. You know, but I prefer to have him like this, looking like this. So you carry all his weapons in his hands, which I think is pretty cool that Hasbro did this with this design to have him do this and give him just the right amount of weapons. You know, so I think it's pretty cool. But, so I'm having a back cramp. But hey, that's okay. But, I mean, this figure here, I think it's a good figure. You know, it's really good to have the Wolfman sit there looking like, you know, like he's ready to fight some G.I. Joe guys. You know, I will rate this as a top tier figure. Now, the history with this guy is he was featured in a Stephen King book, so I don't know if his figure was done before Stephen King or after the book. But this guy is actually mentioned with Snake Eyes in one of Stephen King's books. So, and it's also rumored that Stephen King also wrote his file card. So, I mean, you know, if he did, I mean, I think that's awesome. You know, and sometime in the future when I'm actually able to get this figure, the figure sneak peek is actually named after, well, his file name is actually the name of Stephen King's son, Owen. So, I mean, that's actually pretty cool. You know, so check it out. But on a scale of 1 to 10, this is actually a top tier figure. It's a definite 10. But it's a top tier figure, in my opinion. I mean, he's not popular with a lot of the G.I. Joe community, but he also he's a classic with a lot of other members of the G.I. Joe community. So, I mean, you know, this is a really, really cool figure. It's good to have his specialty. But with him being so ugly, I mean, that's beside the point. You know, but still a good figure to have in your collection. A must own, in my opinion. Especially if you're a completist, you will have him, whether you like him or not. But this has been Crystal Ball. I hope you guys are enjoying Monsters Month. See you in the next one. And now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Peace.